Sorry, dickhead.
I just put new batteries in you. How are you half? Whatever. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter.
It's flying at half mast for Charlie Kirk.
Oh.
There are plenty of monsters in media. We have the Xenomorph, the Predator, Harvey Weinstein. But are any of these movie monsters really worse than that one fella from Home Alone 2? Donald J. Trump. The only man since Bill Clinton to finish having a stroke in the White House. Fascist, liar, and frequent flyer on pedophile air. Donald Trump. Pet air, please. Non-Virgin Airlines.
Oh. No, but that's the whole market.
I guess true. A man who soils himself and then places tariffs on his undies for not containing it all. The only thing leakier than Donald Trump's shorts are his cabinet members. Today, in a truly engagement-based way, we're going to list through all these famous movie monsters that we've found on Wikipedia and see which ones are more evil than Donald Trump! Harry and Merv from Home Alone 1, 2, 3, and possibly 4.
They're only in the first two. Harry's in the fourth one.
And then he met Sally, and then it changes. These two lovable goons, really, they are the antagonist of the films, but really it took them a lot to be driven towards actually hurting that child. Basically took them finding out that child was a psychopath. They are more so the victims of this child, and to be honest, appearing in the same film as Donald Trump is the closest these two ever got to evil. Donald Trump, more evil than Harry and Merv.
And, you know, Macaulay Culkin got it closer. He, was, right there. It's, scary.
No wonder he turned out the way he did.
How dare you? He's a national treasure.
No, that's Nick Cage.
No. Nick Cage was looking for Macaulay Culkin. Oh, we can kind of see you in the background of the frame, Joey. That's great. I didn't...
Joey, wave to the camera.
A little higher. There we go.
Okay, careful with that arm. We're talking about Donald Trump. We know how arms get around here. Thanos! Thanos is evil, truly despicable, and also has a terrible facial tone. But at least he had a good reason for his terrible actions, in theory. He's principled and he's a better father than Donald Trump, depending on who you ask. Still, to be clear, a terrible, terrible monster. But at least he had a reason for wiping out half the universe and killing trillions, beyond just distracting the news cycle from his relationship with the sex pest. Oopsie daisies. And much like all of Donald Trump's fans, all the Thanos did nothing wrong naysayers are often white supremacists. So, Thanos is less evil than Donald Trump because at least he had a goal in mind for what he was doing. The Daleks from Doctor Who. Now, boys, I'm a Doctor Who fan. Are either of you...
I mean, don't dip in and out.
I'm a David Tennant fan.
You basic bitch.
Imagine getting called basic by Kieran MacLeod. Outrageous.
Why Ipswich Youngsters of the year
2019.
What year?
2019.
There we go.
Yeah, there we go.
It's a good year. It's a good year.
Just before everything went to fucking shit.
Hey, I had nothing to do with that. Space Nazis, the Daleks, are responsible for the Time War and the deaths of trillions of innocents. And also like Donald Trump, they are full of nothing but pure hate in their hearts.
And they're tiny little squid creatures.
They also struggle with getting upstairs. They've got that in Trump. Fucking hell, I'm having a stroke. Also like Donald Trump.
They're a bit more coherent in speech than both you and Donald.
Exterminate has more syllables than Donald Trump could manage, so if I get on top of that.
You can spell exterminate.
The prices of extermination is going way too high. And also like Donald Trump, they don't trust doctors. But they are intelligent, and despite their little plundery looking things, they don't use them to grab pussy.
I love your reactions to this.
I like Joey's silent reactions. I don't know if he thinks that's a good line.
From me, you bastard. I was literally about to grab my water bottle and do grab a mine pussy.
Well, Joey, when you win the Time War, they let you do it. They just let you do it. The Daleks.
Alright, let's move on.
The Daleks are less evil than Donald Trump. Now, for the nerds in the room, we're going to the Joker now. I know very little about him other than that one movie. Not the Joker movie, The Dark Knight. So, boys, do you think the Joker is less or more evil than Donnie Trump?
He's done a lot of heinous things, including women abuse, sexual crimes.
Bad.
Well, to be fair, at least the Joker doesn't pretend to be a good guy after he does all of these nefarious things.
Yeah, he's a bit more self-aware, he's a bit more upfront, so it's a bit like, you know,
And also
how do you like it? Do you like your evil kind of like aware of its evil,
or do you want your evil I like my evil. I like it when my evil can smile.
The Joker has like less fans in canon. He's got more fans outside of canon than he does in canon, which also happen to oftentimes be Trump fans. Haha. If the Joker's your favorite character, massive
Rethink that. If you think the Harley Quinn and the Joker have a good relationship, you should be in a cell. At least the Joker put some effort into his makeup.
It's hard to say. The Joker's pretty fucking evil.
Look, we're going to call this one, maybe. It depends on who's writing the Joker.
The Dark Knight, no, not as evil as Donald Trump. The Killing Joke, yes.
Yeah, more evil, probably.
Yeah, more evil. Definitely more evil, probably. Alan Moore, you sick fuck.
So, yeah. It depends on who's writing your Joker and on who's writing your Donald Trumps. Sauron, through his actions, ravaged Middle-earth. However, and you boys might, I've only just seen The Lord of the Rings pretty recently. But I'm pretty sure in the films and books, and I think graphic novel, in The Lord of the Rings, Sauron only leads to the destruction of one small ring. As a creation of pure evil and manifestation of all that is wrong in the world, Donald Trump doesn't even have a cool tower to rule from. He's got a garish golden tacky ballroom, and for that crime against fashion and home design alone, Donald Trump is more evil than Sauron. Free Palestine. Sorry, I mean Palpatine. It was 2024. Tides were turning towards peace in the galaxy when somehow Donald Trump returned. Palpatine, Space Hitler, but at least he didn't rig multiple elections.
And he didn't even really rig the one.
Whoa,
Jar Jar Binks was like, this is the best fucking idea ever. Let's put this guy in charge.
Yeah, but Jar Jar Binks is basically JD Vance.
And then he just never gave up his power. So,
It's a good point, it's a good point. And also...
Yeah, he didn't rig any elections.
That's a good point.
They gave...
Also, at least he has the cojones to stick to his fucking guns. Say what you will about Palpatine, but he's no hypocrite. He knows he's evil and he's going to stick to it. He wants to rule the galaxy by an iron fist. More power to him.
At some stage he had consensual sex, which Donald Trump has never done.
Trump also clearly looks at Palpatine as some kind of role model, as seen in this image that he posted of himself looking like a fucking hero. So, again, just based on pure self-awareness, Palpatine, less evil than Donald Trump. A quick opinion on this one. JD Vance, as a Star Wars character, do you think he would be the shittest Darth Vader or the best Jar Jar Binks?
His name would be Glorp Shitto.
Hey.
Don't you speak ill of Glorp Shitto?
I feel like that's actually a character.
No.
No?
That was a Tumblr
I feel like I've stolen that from someone.
That is
that was a Tumblr creation.
No, Glorb Shitto is the name given by Star Wars fans to any important third character.
Yeah, right.
Like, so stuff like...
Fred Krueger! Cut the picture of Joey with his claws. Big Red Fred and Big Orange Donald do have a lot in common. For starters, they both haunt the dreams of little girls, and if you bet your ass that if Fred Krueger had more money, he would have been on flight 1 to that island. But despite his horrible actions towards children, is Donald Trump worse than Fred Krueger? The answer is yes, because Fred Krueger, as far as I know, you boys might correct me on this, but I don't think Fred Krueger ever led a fascist uprising in his own country. That was not the Nightmare on Elm Street that we were warned about. I also don't think, despite his attire and red theme, that Fred Krueger keeps a copy of Mein Kampf next to his bed.
Speaking of someone who has a copy of Mein Kampf.
Archie.
I think Donald Trump might be the first man in history to genuinely ask the question in private, why doesn't Mein Kampf have pop-up sections?
Sweet baby Jesus.
I just want a colouring section in the middle with all white crayons.
Imagine the Donald Trump Mein Kampf. It's got a little maze. It's got the Declaration of Independence.
Oh, please don't. He's already got the Trump Bible. Don't get in trouble.
The art of the Kampf.
The cover is an AI-generated photo of him with a little Trump on his knee.
Big Charlie Kirk in Jedi robes.
Yeah, Charlie Kirk.
The Force buttons.
Yeah, Charlie Kirk's in the background.
Strike me down, I can become... Fred Krueger is a monster, yes, but he's never declassified information about spies based in Russia, which then were promptly disappeared. Donald Trump did, though. Fred Krueger, less evil than Donald Trump. Scourge of the land of men. Devourer of souls. Leader of a cult of villainous followers hell-bent on violence. and the destruction of all who oppose them. Speaking a language that most can't understand, often causing damage with every syllable. Those who follow him worship him as their king, as their god. No matter how much damage is wrought on the lands around them and on their fellow people, these cultists will forever wear garments in his honor and dedicate themselves to his power. That is, until the prophecy came true. A hero, the Dragonborn comes. Alright, just to exit that bit for a second. The worst part about that bit is that at the moment Gavin Newsham would be the fucking Dragonborn. And I'm really not happy with that. If only someone else could stand up to his power.
Habibi. In Alduin's defense, he is just like a force of nature. Like, he's kind of just like the fucking breeze.
Are you mad at the wind?
Don't get mad at the wind, bro. What did the wind do to you? Donald Trump is just a piece of shit.
Despite how bad Donald Trump's wind is, Alduin never sold little girls to Jeffrey Epstein, like Trump definitely did. So Alduin is less evil than Donald Trump. The Xenomorph from Alien. Now, we all know about how Republicans feel about illegal aliens, but the Xenomorph is just a girl making her way in the world. It's not her fault that she's hungry. She's just a lady. She's just a girl. We got nothing against women here, unlike Donald Trump. We only think that the alien is terrifying because she's an alien, trademark.
Also, they?
They? Well, like
she.
I mean, I've heard it referred to as a she before by nerds, so I'm gonna.
But they're also like hermaphroditic, like once they become a queen, like.
Well, in that case, I will not misgender the Xenomorphs. They. We only think they look scary because they are aliens. And we are not racists, unlike Donald Trump.
Unless they're a red alien.
Unless they're red.
Unless they're
And they're a different color. They're just animals, and animals can't be evil. It'd be like calling the dinosaurs from Jurassic Park evil. I mean, what's his face? Hammond, the CEO, Mr. KFC looking fuckwit over here. Definitely more evil than Donald Trump. Like, he's got a dodgy island. There's no doubt in my mind that in real life, Isla Nublar would have been previously owned or sold to Jeffrey Epstein.
Just to be clear, not Richard Attenborough.
Not the actor, the character that he played. The character that he played.
That fucking saint, don't touch him.
Richard Attenborough's our saint, we love you. Hammond, however.
Shit.
I don't want to know what your secret recipe is, thank you very much, Colonel. Donald Trump, on the other hand, chooses to do all the heinous things he's done. And if we're going by a pure, body count on this, in the film Alien, the first one, it's only confirmed that 5 people are killed by the alien. I've googled that, nerds, don't come at me. Donald Trump, on the other hand, if we just count the deaths attributed to his inaction on COVID-19 alone, 400,000 people. That's not even including the countless people in other countries harmed by his actions, or the ex-wife he has buried in a golf course. Oopsie daisies.
And the funniest thing, this is more nerd shit. If you
Anyway.
Brett.
Any fucking way. Speaking of this franchise, The Predator. Not fair, Donald Trump already is a predator. We're moving on. The main boss in Wolfenstein. Sorry, I meant... The main boss in Sniper Elite 2. Is Donald Trump worse than Adolf Hitler? He's definitely more annoying and more alive. And look, historically, I'm a white guy who thinks he's funny. I'm not the right person to be commenting on Hitler. Not my place. Bad guy. Objectively, very, very evil. I will not have you argue against that. However, he at least had the common decency to hide himself away in that bunker and do away with himself.
One good thing Hitler did
was kill Hitler. Donald Trump, historically, has only ever fired people that he thought was below him. But if we look back at future history, one day, Donnie might find himself in a bunker and be forced to fire up. Not a call for violence! Not a call for violence.
Unless you're Donald Trump.
And to be very clear, just wordplay, just clever wordplay. Please don't sue me.
I want to be the goblin mask on Donald Trump's wall saying, do it.
Do it. I wonder if that's loaded. I bet it would really own the libs. Look, it is fun to hate villains in pop culture. It's less fun when those villains can actually cause harm in real life. I don't think anyone's ever gotten to an argument around the dinner table because Grandad thinks that Jason Voorhees did nothing wrong, and that he had some good points in economic policy. Can you think of a villain more evil than Donald Trump? Let me know in the comments by calling me a woke snowflake. That'll solve the fucking problem, won't it? Is Donald Trump a better dad than Mr. Fantastic? Canonically?
Probably.
Villains are bad, but you don't have to be. Join the Bloke Agenda today for these fantastic benefits. Wow. Ooh. Ah.
Kieran's got a Patreon.
I have a Patreon. I
So do
post
I.
stuff there every, whenever. No one's on it yet, so I haven't been posting stuff yet. Subscribe, like, and share this with your dodgy relatives to make Christmas interesting.